My name's Charlie Duke. I am a Kamilaroi woman from down in Moree, New South Wales, but I grew up on Yugambeh land from the Gold Coast, and I'm studying a Bachelor of Health, Sport and Physical Education. So I wanted to study education because I wanted to help and play my part in closing the gap between Indigenous and non-Indigenous health and education, because it really is still so wide, but it is getting closer and closer together, but I think there's a lot that can be done. So I wanted to play my role in that, and I also wanted to embed a different type of learning of Indigenous culture into schools, because it really does lack at the moment in the Australian curriculum, and it really just touches on the surface of our culture, and I think it can really be expanded. And I wanted to be a part of that movement.
So my name's Lachlan Bond. I have links to Mera and Era Island in the Torres Straits. I'm studying a Bachelor of Education Arts, majoring in History and Maths. So I was in my third, when I first came down, I was in my third year of Bachelor of Civil Engineering, and I just decided that it wasn't for me, and I chose to change over to education. I began studying part-time, and I developed a very keen interest in education and the study of schools and the educational system, and I think that that keen interest developed more into a passion, which going back into study full-time, I can see that passion is now leading me more into not just understanding the knowledge that I'm teaching, but understanding how to better myself as a professional, to be able to teach my students and not just better their lives academically, but better them personally, whether that's social or their background or culture, race, religion. I just want to make them feel comfortable in every educational space that they come into, and possibly look into research later in the future, just to ensure that our systems are built and our curriculums are built so that our students do feel safe and feel that they can carry their own knowledge and understandings and really become successful later on.
My name is Rodney. I'm a Kamilaroi man from southeast Queensland, and I study education. I do a Bachelor of Arts in Education Secondary. My two major teaching areas are drama and Aboriginal and Torres Strait Studies. So firstly, I wanted to study education because I had a bad experience at one of my universities that I went to before UQ. I was in a history lecture, and one of the lecturers said that Aboriginal history isn't part of the Australian history landscape, and that it's completely separate and should be taught separately. So that was what drove me to go into education, because I thought that was totally wrong. Education to me, it's more than just teaching. It's a way of bringing people together and helping us move towards a more reconciled Australia. And I can be that.
Hi, my name is Talia Marcos, and I'm from Cape York, Shelburne Bay and Mardu Island, and I'm studying a Bachelor of Health, Sport and Physical Education. I'm studying education to inspire the younger generations and new ones to come, and motivate them to achieve their goals in life.
My name is Valeska Wood. I'm an Academic Support Coordinator here at the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Studies Unit at UQ. I'm a non-Indigenous woman. I was born and raised on Noongar country in the southwest of WA, and I've been living in Brisbane for 7 years. I studied education in my undergraduate, so the reason I studied education was that I really loved art. I loved doing art. I just wanted to do art all the time, but a conversation with my mum, and she said, I'd really like you to do something practical and something that might actually get you employed at the end of it. So I reluctantly agreed to add education, did a Bachelor of Secondary Education and become an art teacher. So that was good because I actually did end up loving teaching, and also It allowed me to leverage off that degree. After doing a postgraduate qualification, I actually lectured in the tertiary sector for a while, but also went off into other sectors like community development, education advocacy, and worked as a lecturer in the TAFE sector for a very long time as well. So I really highly recommend doing education. And of course now I have my dream job at the University of Queensland, where I get to support students academically, but luckily I don't have to assess them or grade them, which is fantastic.